Have you ever found yourself in an awkward situation when you didn't know the answer to a basic historical question? Or maybe you nodded your head pretending to understand what others were talking about. Don't worry, you're not alone. But it's time to change that. In this video, we're revealing 10 of the most important historical events that every educated person must know. So let's get started. Question 1. What were the first civilizations and how did they emerge? The first civilizations emerged around major rivers: Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and Euphrates, Egypt along the Nile, and later the Indus and Chinese civilizations along the Indus and Yellow rivers. They developed as people began practicing agriculture, building cities, inventing writing, and creating the first laws. 2. When did World War I start and what caused it? World War I began on July 28, 1914, after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo. The real causes were the power struggles between great powers and their alliances. The war ended in 1918 with the defeat of the Central Powers. 3. When did World War II start and what were the main causes? World War II began on September 1, 1939, when Hitler invaded Poland. The main causes were the Treaty of Versailles, which left Germany in a difficult position, the economic crisis, and the aggressive policies of totalitarian regimes. In Europe, the war ended on May 8, 1945, with Germany's surrender. In Asia, it ended on September 2, 1945, when Japan signed its surrender after the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. 4. How did the Industrial Revolution affect the world? The Industrial Revolution, 1760 to 1840, introduced machines instead of manual labor. It brought factories, railways, cities, and created the working class. 5. What was the significance of the French Revolution? The French Revolution, 1789, overthrew the monarchy and introduced the principles of equality, liberty, and fraternity. For the first time in Europe, the people took power from the king. 6. Who was Napoleon? Napoleon was a French military leader who became emperor in 1804. He conquered much of Europe, introduced modern laws, the Napoleonic Code, and reformed administration and education. He was defeated in 1815 at Waterloo and exiled to the island of St. Helena. 7. What was the Cold War and who were its main actors? The Cold War, 1945 to 1991, was a conflict between the USA and the USSR without direct war. They competed in armament, technology, and global influence. 8. How did the Roman Empire rise and fall? The Roman Empire began in 27 BCE under Augustus after the fall of the Republic. At its peak, it controlled the entire Mediterranean. It fell in 476 CE due to internal conflicts, economic crises, corruption, and barbarian invasions. 9. How did the Berlin Wall fall? The Berlin Wall fell on November 9, 1989, when East Germany allowed its citizens to cross freely into West Berlin. This symbolized the fall of communism in Europe. The wall had previously divided the city and families for 28 years. Germany was reunified in 1990. 10. Who was the first president of the USA? George Washington was the first president of the USA, 1789 to 1797. He led the American Revolution against Britain and laid the foundations of American democracy. By understanding these key historical events, you gain more than just facts. You develop critical thinking skills, understand how our world was shaped, and learn from humanity's successes and mistakes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who wants to become more historically informed.